Hello boys and girls, Mrs. Hannah's here to do the silly soup letter E or E. There are only 3 things in my pot today, so I'm going to do E and F at the same time on one video, okay? So, silly soup, what can it be? Now this is something that we put letters inside and then we put them in the post box or through people's doors, or at preschool you put your writings inside them. Envelope. An envelope. Silly soup, what can it be? This is an animal with 4 legs and a very long trunk. Can you guess? Elephant. Mrs. Hannah's favourite animal is an elephant. Other than my dog, Chumley, elephants are my favourite animal. Elephant. Okay, last one. Silly soup, what can it be? And this comes from an animal. It is a chicken. We sometimes eat them for breakfast, lunch or dinner. Sometimes fried, sometimes scrambled. I bet you've guessed it. And at Easter, we have chocolate ones. Ready? Egg. Yay! So only 3. That's not that many. Is a really tricky sound. So now I'm going to do silly soup, F or F. So F is the letter name, F is the sound. And there are lots. So let's go. Silly soup, what can it be? This is an animal. They live in ponds and they do lots of really good jumping. Frog. Rabbit. Silly soup, what can it be? This is an animal too. They quite often only come out at night time when we're all sleeping. They have red brownish fur with a long bushy tail, and they come and get rubbish from our gardens and sometimes in the bins. It's a fox. Silly soup, what can it be? And these are beautiful things that sometimes you might have in the house, in a pot or a vase. And at the moment, with all that lovely sunny weather, you might see, I've seen some in the garden. They are, and they come in all sorts of colours. Flower. This type of flower, it's called a sunflower. Sunflower, they grow very tall. Silly soup, what can it be? This lives in a pond, a river or the ocean, and I think there might be, yes, there are some in the picture behind me, and they have no legs. They use fins to help them swim, and they have scales on them, and they come in all sorts of different colours depending on what type of this thing it is. Have you guessed it? A fish. A fish. Silly soup, what can it be? Now this is something that you might see on top of Windsor Castle or Buckingham Palace. You might put them on top of something that you might make at the beach. And it's a flag. This flag has got the Union Jack on it. A flag. Silly soup, silly soup. What can it be? Now this is a big red vehicle, and some very special people get in this vehicle to help us when something is on fire. Fire. It's a fire engine, and the firefighter, men and women, fire people come to rescue you if there is a fire. Not this type of fire. This is a campfire. But if something was burning in your house, the firefighters come to rescue you. And they come in a big fire engine. Nina, 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 Nina. Fire engine, fire. Silly soup, silly soup. What can it be? Now this is something that's very little, and it's a little person, and she has wings, and she normally flies with a wand, and we sometimes put them on top of a Christmas tree at Christmas. Not a star, because that begins with a S. This is a fairy. Oh, she's a pretty fairy. Silly soup, silly soup. What can it be? Now, we use one of these to keep us cool when it's very hot. So you might have one that you plug in and it spins around and around and around, and it keeps us cool when we get hot. I wonder if you can guess. It's a fan. A fan that helps us stay nice and cool. Silly soup, silly soup. What can it be? Okay, you use one of these when we are eating. Normally eating probably something hot. You'll need one of these. So we won't need it for a sandwich, and you're probably not going to need it for cereal. But if you were going to have some roast dinner or some sausages or some pasta, you might want to use a fork. A fork. You use a knife and fork to eat. Okay. Silly soup, silly soup. What can it be? These are at the end of your legs. So look down at your legs. What can you see? Oh, they might be in a pair of socks, or they might even have some slippers or shoes on. They are your feet. Ooh, stinky feet. Feet. Lots of feet in this picture. Silly soup, silly soup. What can it be? And this is something that's on all of us. We all have one of these. And it's something that we use to smile with. Not a mouth, because that begins with a M. But it is our face. And in this picture, this face is a smiley face. Not a frown. Frown. No, face. This is our face. Silly soup, silly soup. What can it be? These come from birds, mostly. All different types of birds, but they come from birds. And I'm trying to think of another clue for you. Miss Hannah's getting a bit stumped on this one. So they sometimes fall out, and you sometimes find them on the grass. And sometimes you can use them to tickle people with. It is, I'm not sure, you might not guess that. It wasn't a very good clue. It is a feather. I like finding feathers, especially out in the garden. You can look at feathers. Feathers from birds. Feather. Couple more left. Silly soup, silly soup. What can it be? Now, these are numbers, okay? So there's two numbers that begin with a f sound, okay? So are you ready? There's two numbers, so we'll do one at a time. Ready? So this one is number 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. F for 4. I bet you can guess the next one. Add one more. That makes 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5. 5. Last one. Silly soup. Silly soup. What can it be? Now this is something that we have in our gardens. We have it at the preschool garden, and we also probably have them at home in your gardens. And it's to keep your animals in, or to make sure it's your boundary. So you use it so you don't get into the next person's garden. What is it? It's a fence. This is a white fence, not like the preschool one. Our preschool fence is wooden. So for fence. I hope you joined in, and I hope you guessed lots. There was lots of f sounds and not so many or e. So that's E and F, silly soup. I hope you enjoyed it. See you soon. Bye bye.